Now we're going to take a look at the guitar solo from You Really Got Me, and I'm going to play up to speed to start with. Let's take a look at the first section. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first thing that you might notice is the slight modulation on the sound. For that I've kicked in the Phase 90, the EVH Phase 90 pedal with the script button in. Make sure you check out the gear section of the DVD to look at all the toys and things that we've been using to create some of the tones on this EVH DVD. Anyway, back to the solo. We start off all pretty much based around A minor pentatonic. We do drop down to an A major pentatonic towards the end of the section. We start off by bending 7 up to 9 on the G string. Once we bent the note up, we play it twice. And then we're into just some real kind of basic Chuck Berry style licks. We play the top 2 strings at the 5th fret 4 times. Then we bend up again on the G. And then we play twice on the top 2 strings at the 5th fret. And then again with the bend, and then 4 more. So put that together. Okay, the next section, we bend the 7 on the G up a whole tone. Once we bend that up, we play 5 on the top 2 strings. Release that and pull off to 5 on the G string. So then we bend it back up, 7 up to 9. And then we've got a little sort of descending tapping figure. Basically the idea is this. And all you're doing is tapping on the 10th fret of the B string, but you're playing 5 and 8 with your fretting hand. So it's just triplets as well. It's that classic EVH triad arpeggio idea. And then we move our fretting hand down a semitone, so that's down to 4 and 7. Now down to 3 and 6. And then we drop down to 2. And then we bend 4 on the G string up a whole tone. And then we tap 10. Then we pull the, take the tap away whilst the note is still bent, so. And then pull off to 2. Now when you start that little trill, there's actually a little pickup, which is him kind of doing that. He actually pulls that finger away to sound the E note on the 5th fret of the B. So you get this kind of effect. And then drop down to 4. Okay, I'm going to play through that whole section of the solo now at the slower tempo, including the little pre-trill, if you like, and the tapping, bending and tapping lick at the end. So I'm going to kick in the old phaser, and let's hear that first section at a slightly slower tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's take a look now at the final section of the main guitar solo, and I'm going to play it up to speed for you. What I'm going to actually do is play out that little bending lick so that you can hear and see how I get from one position, because we're going to do a massive position jump from the A major pentatonic here in the 2nd position all the way up the neck to the A minor pentatonic at the 17th position, and then we're going to drop down to the 14th to conclude the solo with more A major pentatonic licks, and then down to the 9th fret. So there's a lot of moving around in this final section. So be sure that you're quite comfortable with the scales in these different positions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, obviously at the end there I could have probably have done with standing in front of an incredibly loud 4x12 cabinet, getting lots of feedback going on as per the original recording. We kick things off by sliding up to the 17th fret. Now you've got to bend the B string up a whole tone. So you go... and now we come down, so we do that little bending figure twice. And then come down from 17, 20 on the B, pull off 17 on the B, 19 on the G, 17 on the B, bend 19 up a whole tone, release, pull off to 17 and then bend up again. So that's coming out of that previous lick. Okay, the next part of the solo we're in A major pentatonic position. We slide into 16 on the D, play 14 on the G, and then we've got to bend the 17th fret of the B up a tone and a half, and we're pre-bending and letting it down. So you get... Okay, so... And then the last lick is 17 on the G. We strike that and then bend up a whole tone, pre-bend. And then pull off to 14. And then the next part sounded like it could have been 17 on the A to 16 on the A, but the first note's quite muted. So I just played it as playing two 16s, but the first one not being very pronounced. And then 14 at the end, so you get this. And then to finish off, we bend 9 up to 12. And Eddie's using basically the pickup selector switch. So one of the volume controls is turned down or the pickup's disconnected, and we're using the selector switch to give like a rhythmical effect and gives like a stuttering sound. Now, I looked at the various guitars that I have and discovered that the only guitar that I was able to do this one on was my old Faithful guitar, because of the piezo pickup. I'm able to turn the main pickups on and off, so hence me recording this song using this guitar to enable me to create that effect. So if you haven't got that option on your guitar, you could just try and do like a little stuttering, pick effect, try and cut the note off. But obviously the idea that you're really after the sound is get that stuttery sound by moving the switch backwards and forwards. Anyway, I'm going to play through the entire solo for you now at a slightly slower tempo. Hopefully you'll be able to rewind and have a look at all of the parts. It's not too difficult, just pay attention to some of the bends and obviously a couple of the little tappy licks in there. Anyway, here we go. 1, 2, 3... Okay, now I'm going to play it a little bit more up to tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.